come in and to spend your money to take care of them because they want their votes. We know the whole scheme now. It's been lifted. We know it. American people rose up. They're smart. They've seen through it because they suffered through it.
95% of affiliates struggle in a red ocean filled with competition.
Okay. Jonathan Perez, thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. Didn't even ask a question. He just donated. Thank you very much. And by the way, people, for the next week at least, and maybe more, Franzese Wine, you all know that I'm in the wine business. Franzese Wine is donating every single dollar of our sales, okay, to my ministry. I have a foundation, a 501c3. It's Michael Franzese Ministries. We're devoting every single dollar. I'm doing a personal donation.
You hear that? You hear that? This is Michael Franzese talking about how, again, all I've been saying, who started these fires? I mean, it's just too rapid. It's burning too aggressive for fires, like he said, to start, and it's easily contained. But, I mean, I'm not an expert, and I really don't know about the history. But what Michael Franzese is talking about, he's saying California had brush fires every year to a degree, and it's usually contained in the area, but this was super aggressive. So why now? And it just seems so convenient that the power shift is turning. Trump, President Trump that took over, President Biden is leaving office. So I just feel like, is this a ploy to make Trump look bad and something for him to deal with right off the break? Is it really plotted? Is it really, intentional? Is this a cleansing for the uh for the devilish issues that was going on and been going on in Hollywood? Was this like God's will of saying, you guys need to be cleansed, so I'm gonna send a fire to wipe out a whole area, in a particular part? I'm just saying, I'm just going down the rabbit hole. I don't know. I'm just voicing my opinion, but I just feel like it's just too coincidental. You know what I'm saying? It's snowing in the world, most places. Here in the DMV, we're getting snow. It's cold. It's 28 degrees. So I'm just really not understanding how fires to that magnitude is really going up in flames like that. I just don't get it. And I know on the other side of the world things happen different, but it don't feel right. And this fire been burning for 5 days now and counting, and just hitting stars, not just regular people. So they were saying in Maui, you know, the where the regular folks live, that was the land that was burnt. So was that intentional to buy that land for cheap as they attempt to rebuild? So is this a land plot to buy the land to redevelop, you know, buy low and make millions off that property? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just trying to think outside of the box. Who stand to benefit from this fight? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, I went to see that Den of Thieves, the Ice Cube son new movie. He's really becoming a big star, and uh, you would think, how Ice Cube made his name in music, so you would think that the kids will follow in that direction. I like the fact that he came out in the Straight Outta Compton movie as playing his dad, and to really shine in his own right as a bona fide movie star. It's just awesome to see. It's just awesome to see. And it's just awesome to see that, like, Big Meat's son playing him in their series. So it's just awesome that, that your your child can grow up and take on these iconic roles to play you and do it well, sell it, all the above, man. It's just awesome. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But Den of Thieves, definitely go see it. It's gonna be number one over the weekend. I went to see it yesterday. Me and my son Poser went today, but he worked last night, so he was kind of tired. Slept all day. Now the Raven Pittsburgh game is on, so yeah, so that's what we doing right now. So, but I'm here with you guys, and Michael Franchise is really hitting on what I've been thinking all along. Somebody started these fires. That's just my opinion, allegedly. I'm just saying. So, yeah, that's where we going with it. You know what I'm saying?
toys away. It's too bad happiness don't grow on trees. So I got to sacrifice.
The Persuaders, 1970. You know when you log in, we going back. Taking it back, baby. Real music.
We got just one life to live, one love to give. Let's kiss on our song. Add our two, the two together, and let's love song. Baby, baby, pick up the pieces, put it back together again. We got to get it together, get it together, my love. Ooh, love's gonna pack up and walk out on us. Love's gonna pack up and walk out on us. My baby, tell me what we doing ourselves. We don't love each other, nobody else. Ooh, let's gonna pack up and walk down out the door. Hey, fellas. Hey, man. Could you help me out a little bit? Yeah. Can you? That's a fact. What you doing? Really? Can you help me out a little bit? Yeah. All right, fellas. Go ahead. Please. And we are starting a GoFundMe. I'm sorry, GoFundMe. I think the links are going to be put up in the chat. My team is going to do that, and whatever you can give. As a matter of fact, you can give it to the GoFundMe because every single dollar, and I'm making this pledge to you, and I'm held accountable. Believe me, I can't do anything wrong. They'll come after me in 1 second, but I don't choose to do anything wrong. Every single dollar that we collect will go into helping the needs of the people that have been displaced, whether they need food, clothing, a relocation, whatever it is. We're looking to raise at least $100. And every penny, not one people are going to get paid for anything that they do. Obviously, I don't take anything. Every single penny is going to go to help these people that have been displaced because there's thousands of them and they have nowhere to go and they've lost everything. So, we appreciate it. If you want to throw whatever you throw, $5, $10, whatever, there's no limit. You can do it. But I promise you this, hold me accountable. I'm not one of these rat politicians. Hold me accountable. I'll answer for it. Believe me. But we're gonna be doing our best over the next several weeks, months, years, whatever it's gonna take to help these people out. And yeah, my partner of Peach Wine, Sam, was all for it. My whole team was for it. Every penny of our sales are going to support this initiative. Michael Francis Ministries, I think there's going to be a link up there. There's a GoFundMe link. Please help us out, people, because these people are going to need help. Okay, the Jonkler, thank you very much. And this money will go for the same, I promise you that. Much love from Dallas, Texas. I was supposed to be in Dallas on Wednesday and Thursday because of the fires. We didn't go, but also because of the bad weather you're having in Dallas. And I hope you don't go through the same thing that we're going through here. I mean it, but I'll be back there shortly. The pain is almost over, boss. Together, these beautiful United States will not only survive and thrive. Yes, sir, and thank you for adding that. You know what? After this rant, we have to try to be uplifting. You know, it's a shame. It's like 9/11. It's a shame that such a disaster has to happen before people start to come together and help one another in a community.
Early this morning, 150,000 people are still under evacuation orders. Nearly a dozen people are known to have been killed. An estimated 12,000 structures have burned. Biden has called on Congress to approve funds to help those in need. As multiple wildfires blaze through Los Angeles, ABC News has learned federal agents will take over the investigation into the cause and origin of the Pacific Palisades fire. Firefighters are in a race against time, trying to take advantage of better weather conditions to get the fires under control before the winds spike up again. Continuing to attack the flames from the sky and the ground, as many residents return to find their homes reduced to rubble.
Never in a million years would we think that a fire would come down and completely destroy not just this neighborhood, but half or more of the entire Pacific Palisades. It's devastating.
Teams began grid searches for remains and missing persons in burn zones. Despite the risks, some residents chose to stay behind to try to protect their homes.
We were winning small victories, and they would calm down, and then we had time to regroup and reposition ourselves again, and then, it would kick up again.
An overnight curfew is in effect in burn areas, with the National Guard in place to help secure neighborhoods. Authorities say they arrested nearly 24 suspected looters. Now California officials raising concerns about price gouging.
Scams, taking advantage of victims and re-victimizing them. It's sick, it's wrong, it's illegal.
And officials warn the danger is far from over. Santa Ana winds will continue to affect Los Angeles County through Wednesday. The winds, combined with dry conditions, will keep the fire threat in the county high.
MichaelFrancis.com/family. Come on and join us. This family is really growing. We're supporting and helping one another. I'm putting resources in there that are going to help you personally, help you in your business, tell you what real leadership is all about. We're doing Zoom calls. I'm doing Q&As. We're getting on live events that we're putting on. Come and join the family. It's $10 a month, people. I put it right out there. I'm not like these other. We don't hide anything. $10 a month to help us support the platform. That's what it's about. We want to make this a global platform to try to unify people so that people that have like-minded ideas, they can share it with one another. We can benefit from one another. We can educate, inform, and entertain one another. That's what it's all about.
hopes that the morning won't come. So I say, this is the last of your love. Ecstasy must be the place for your love. This is the last of close your eyes and wish upon one. It's a quiet and a deserted place. Excellent vanilla for lovers' kiss. And I want to sing only you. This is the place for your love and ecstasy. Must be a place for your love. This is the place for your love and
Kansas City Express, 1970s. You know how we do it. We going back, baby. The unsung, the unrecognized, the unheard of. All right, I already told y'all when y'all come to this channel, you know, we're going to uplift some Black history. You know what I'm saying? 365, you know, Black history is not just in the month of February, it's all year round, every day. Black culture is making history. So let's dive into what I made discovery recent, you know. Okay, Superfine. Did you know Superfine Did you know superfine is an 18th century reference of basically saying that you look good, you know? But how did they describe it? Fashioning the self in slavery and freedom. Okay. All right, let's listen to the video. And uh let's listen to the video. World, which was Freeman. And at the dances, I gave my Georgia superfine blue clothes, made no indifferent appearance. Hold on. Superfine thus refers to the exceptional quality of Equiano's suiting. His styling choice symbolizes his agency and newfound dignity, contrasting sharply with the dehumanizing conditions of enslavement. Curated by Monica Miller, a literary scholar whose work repositions enslaved people within fashion history, Superfine will explore the ways Black individuals have historically used fashion to assert their individuality and define and redefine dandyism. Yeah. Okay. Basically, they were just saying that an 18th century narrator, what is his name? This guy was a narrator, a writer. His name was Claude Quinuscios. Claude Quinuscio. Eucio. It sounds like it's French. I can't say the name. So this guy pioneered superfine, and it's an 18th century term, which people thought that came from the 70s during Black exploitation when they was making Superfly movies and movies about pimps and hoeing and all that. So, which were interesting characters in that timeline. And they had their own lingo, and Superfine was probably one of the ways that they identified themselves as being, fly or, I'm looking good. So Superfine was a 18th century moniker. Okay. Okay, his name is Orlando Equaniano. Orlando Equiliano, or Gustavus, hold on, Gustavus Vassa. So that sounds like it's French. Gustavus Vassa is French, I believe, for Orlando Esquiliano. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let's look this up. Let's look this up. That's why I love YouTube. All right. Okay, here it is again. Augusta Vassa, Orlando Esquiano. See, the more you say it, your tongue get used to it. All right, so let's see what the video says. The title of the 2025 Costume Institute exhibition on Black dandyism is not a reference to blaxploitation films. Instead, it draws inspiration from Olaudah Equiano's memoir. Olaudah Equiano. See what I said? Olaudah Equiano, the 18th century writer and abolitionist, describes being called freeman
and wearing his superfine blue clothing at
Alonda
dances.
Esquiana.
The fair, as well as black people, immediately styled me by a
In
new
French
appellation
is
to mean the most
Augusta
desirable in the world, which
Vassa.
was Freeman. And at the dances, I gave my Georgia superfine blue clothes made no indifferent appearance. Superfine thus refers to the exceptional quality of Equiano's suiting. His styling choice symbolizes his agency and newfound dignity, contrasting sharply with the dehumanizing conditions of enslavement. Curated by Monica Miller, a literary scholar whose work repositions enslaved people within fashion history.
Alonda
Superfine will
Esquiana,
explore the ways black individuals have historically
out
used
of the
fashion to assert their
18th
individuality and
century,
define and
knew
redefine
that
dandyism. Did you know that Superfine,
the
the title of the
essence
2025 Costume
of
Institute exhibition
the
on black
term
dandyism,
superfine
is not a
was to
reference to
make
blaxploitation films?
fine
Instead,
clothing
it draws
that
inspiration
made
from
you
Alauda
feel
Equiano's
good.
memoir.
When you know you
In the
fly,
interesting
you
narrative
feel
of
on
the life
top
of
of the
Alauda
world.
Equiano,
You
the
like,
18th century
you
writer and
didn't
abolitionist, describes being called
spent a
Freeman
level of
and wearing
money
his
for your
superfine blue clothing at
clothes. Like when
dances.
you go to
The
a
fair, as well as black
concert,
people, immediately styled me by a new
like we
appellation
just went to
to
see
mean
the
the most
Isley
desirable in the world,
brothers,
which was
me and my
Freeman.
wife,
And at the dances, I gave my
we
Georgia
dressed
superfine
up,
blue
looked
clothes
nice,
made no
we
indifferent
felt good, we
appearance.
looked good. So
Superfine
superfine
thus
is
refers
an
to the exceptional
18th
quality of Equiano's
century
suiting. His styling choice symbolizes his agency and newfound dignity, contrasting sharply with the dehumanizing conditions of enslavement. Curated by Monica Miller,
superfine
a literary scholar whose work
18th
repositions enslaved people within
century
fashion history. Superfine will explore the ways black individuals have historically used fashion
is
to
an
assert their
18th century
individuality
way of
and define
saying
and
that you're
redefine
fly.
dandyism. Did you know that
Super
Superfine,
fine.
the title of the
Like
2025 Costume
instead of
Institute
saying I'm
exhibition on
fly,
black dandyism,
back
is not a
in the
reference to
day they said
blaxploitation
I'm
films.
super fine.
Instead,
So that's
it
crazy.
draws inspiration
That
from
sounds
Alauda
like some
Equiano's memoir.
1970s
In the
stuff,
interesting narrative
but
of
it's
the life of
funny
Alauda Equiano,
that
18th century writer and
term was
abolitionist,
coined
describes
in
being
the
called
18th
Freeman
century
and wearing his superfine blue
by
clothing at dances.
Alonda
Fair, as well as black people, immediately styled me by a new
Esquiana.
appellation to mean the
In
most
French,
desirable in
that
the world, which was
means
Freeman. And at the dances, I gave my Georgia superfine blue clothes
Vassa.
made no indifferent appearance.
Yeah, you
Superfine
just learned something
thus
today,
refers to the
and you're
exceptional
welcome.
quality of Equiano's suiting.
Alonda
His styling choice
Esquiana,
symbolizes his agency and
18th
newfound
century
dignity,
designer.
contrasting sharply with the dehumanizing conditions of enslavement. Curated by Monica Miller, a literary scholar whose work repositions enslaved people within fashion history. Superfine will explore the ways black individuals have historically used fashion to assert their individuality and define and redefine dandyism. Did you know that Superfine, the title of the 2025 Costume Institute exhibition on black dandyism, is not a reference to blaxploitation films? Instead, it draws inspiration from Alauda Equiano's memoir.
Esquiana.
In the interesting narrative of
Alonda
Alauda
Esquiana.
Equiano, the 18th century writer and abolitionist, describes being called Freeman and wearing his superfine blue clothing at dances. The fair, as well as black people, immediately.
You're welcome.
Costume Institute exhibition on black dandyism is not a reference to blaxploitation films. Instead, it draws inspiration from Alauda Equiano's memoir. In the interesting
Alauda Esquiana.
Family, we have over 500 people in there. We haven't even advertised it or done anything. We're just reaching out to the people that we know. But this is going to be the platform and the family that you're going to want to be involved in. Trust me on that. Jonquil, thank you very much. Okay, we have Stockton, California. I know you're going through some rough times in that city. Again, progressive government. Rough times in Stockton, a good city. I don't know why they don't make budget to welfare, but they are quick to cut city or state much needed fire departments or law enforcement. You're right. And that's what they're doing in your town. That's what they're doing in Oakland. People moving out of Oakland because crime is at an all-time high. Homelessness, vagrancy, it's going crazy. This is what our governor did. He's no good. He should resign. We had a recall. It didn't work. I bet you if we recalled him now, it would work because we got another year of this bum. Yeah, you're a bum, Newsom. I'm a street guy sometimes. I don't care. I'm telling you the truth. You're a bum. You're worse than a bum. Okay, Jim Gregarious, thank you very much, Jim. Great work, Michael, from Mexico. Hey, I'm going to be in Puerto Vallarta, my friend, fairly soon. I love Mexico. I love the Mexican people. I married a Mexican, so, but thank you very much for that. Yeah, you got a wonderful country there, man. Wonderful people. You know, every time we go to Mexico, the people are so warm. All those people in the hotels and in the restaurants, they just want to please you. They're just wonderful, wonderful people, and we enjoy visiting. But thank you very much. Okay, Stockton we got. Let's see, who else? Who did I miss? Chocolate we got. Dale White. We love you, Michael, and respect you. Thank you very much, Dale. And you know what? I feel the same about all of you. I don't know you all. I'm getting to know people in my platform in michaelfrancis.com/family. I'm getting to know people. I'm responding to a lot of them. Some people are pouring their heart out to me, and I'm trying to help them. It's something that I do. And that's what we do in that platform. Not only me, but my team. You've got some issues or some challenges that you have. That's why we have a Bible study. Not to impose our faith on you, not to turn you into a Christian, but to give you some good, sound principles that can help you in your life if you're struggling with something. And that's what we do. And that's why the Bible study is open for everybody. michaelfrancis.com/Bible study. All you got to do is register. It's free. Won't cost you a dime. We want to give you. I just gave out 50 free Bibles to the first 50 people that were on our Bible study last week. Everybody in the Bible study is going to get one, but this is a special
Giving out Bible.
It's special. It's called the New Believer's
Let's
Bible,
go.
New
Let's
Beginner's
go.
Bible, and it's
Let's
special.
get God body,
my
man.
gift to
Here.
all of you that
That's the
join.
only way
Why?
we're going to
Because I want to help
survive
you.
the
I want to give you some
wickedness
good,
of the
sound,
world
foundational principles that can help
by
you
being
throughout your
up
life.
under the umbrella of God.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
let's keep going here. Okay. Newsom got chased out of the social club. He should be chased out of the social club. Nobody should even give that guy a second look. Michael, you went from a villain to a hero. You're a proof people can change. Listen, I'm not a hero. I don't want you to look at me that way. I want you to look at me as a concerned guy, okay, who has 7 children, 7 grandchildren, a beautiful, wonderful, loving wife who supported me through all my nonsense throughout the years, who really does love people. I really am. I'm a people person. Any of you that come to my events, people stop. Michael, why do you stop and talk to everybody? Hey, if these people were nice enough to come and see me, I respect them. I respect them. I can give them a minute of my time. I can shake their hands. I can put my arm around them. I can take a photo with them. I do it because I care about people. I have respect. It's one thing that I was taught in that life and taught by my father. Respect. You respect people. When they give it to you, you give it back to them. That's it. So I'm not a hero. I'm just somebody that's concerned. I'm a concerned citizen, and that's what I want.
Used to be a mob figure.
You know, share your
from
feelings.
a mob family.
Sometimes I get
turned
off
his
a little
life
bit
around.
because I get angry too. This is nonsense. What's going on? It's got to stop, people.
Reform.
It's got to stop. We got to get
the
these
reform
people in
is
office
real.
are no better than you. They're not special. They're no better than you. Understand that. They're people. They laugh, they cry, they bleed, they go to the toilet like you. They lie. They're people. They're not better than you. You entrust them to take care of you, to take care of the responsibility that you've given them. They're not better than you. Remember that.
How to apply for and renew your passport from the comfort of your own bed.
Jim Garrigus, fearless guy. Oh my God, how I appreciate you. Well, Jim, thank you very much. And thanks. Wow, Jim, thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate it very much. And that's very generous of you. And thank you so much. And I promise you this money's going to go to the right place to help these people. I really mean that. But Jim, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I don't even know what else to say. He just really did a wonderful thing. Jim Garrigus, thank you very much. Okay, Kim Lawrence. Instead of that guy, thank you, Kim, just telling you to shut your mouth. Why doesn't he intelligently address what you said? That isn't correct. It's okay. Listen, when you come on social media, you got to have thick skin. You expect people are going to, come at you. It's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, whatever. It's okay. But we hope that when they voice their opinion towards our leadership, they voice it the right way and they put the right people in office. It's okay what you say about me. But the people in office, the people that you vote for, the people that are responsible to take care of their communities, say the right things and do the right things towards them. That's what's important. What you say about me doesn't matter. Michael, you're an absolute hero. Oh, I lost that one. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Fearless guys, thank you for all the nice things that you say. You know what? They should be held accountable for every taxpayer dollar that they spend. Every taxpayer dollar, they need to account for us. And you know what? That's what Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy want to do. They want to put it out there. Transparency. What are you spending our money on? We want to know. We want to know why you're sending money to Ukraine and not taking care of the communities that need it.
That's all I've been saying.
We want to see where every dollar is going because it's not your money, it's our money. Our money. That's what people in the community should start to say right now. Tell us what you're doing with our money. Write your congressman and tell them if you don't tell us, we're going to organize and vote you out of office. That scares them because they don't want to give up their perks. Trust me. I know. I've visited Washington. I've been to the Senate building. I've been to Congress. I've been to the White House. They don't want to give up their perks. If they think you're going to vote them out of office, they'll start to do something differently. Trust me on that. Trust me. But we need to hold them accountable. No more wasteful. We don't want a $50 trillion debt. We want that debt to go down so that our kids and our grandchildren don't suffer over it. That's what we want. And we need to hold them accountable. Put it out there. Transparency. Let's see it. And if you got government agencies that are sitting around doing nothing, get rid of them. People can find work in the private sector. Capitalism. Let corporations grow and hire people. That's it. They don't need to work for the government. We don't need a bloated behemoth government that does nothing but waste money and don't even protect its citizens. We don't need that. We need a strong military. We need strong law enforcement, a good law enforcement that is held accountable for their actions also. We need good law enforcement. We need good first responders. That's what we need to protect our communities. That's where our money needs to go. And of course, we have other programs. We don't need a bloated behemoth government with bureaucrats trying to tell us what to do. You know what Biden's doing now? He's telling us what kind of washing machine we got to have, what kind of air conditioner we got to have, what kind of dryer we got to have, what kind of car we got to drive. Who the hell is he to tell us what to put in our homes? With this Green New Deal nonsense. Don't tell me what kind of washer and dryer I have to buy so that you can regulate it so it can cost me more money every month for my electric bill. Don't tell me I have to drive an electric car. Even
he going in. And he right. I'm like, you see in the wintertime where when the electric cars get low on, on the electric, as far as, you gotta reboot or, you gotta charge, cause I don't own an electric car, so I don't know how that go. But when, like a phone, when your bars get low and you gotta reboot, now in a extreme winter like last year, people were at the charging stations. When it's cold, the electric cars do not charge up as quick. So people was literally at the charging station 2-3 hours when the temperature was like it is now, like 28 degrees. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta charge your car, which probably take 45 minutes. Maybe for a full charge took 2-3 hours because it was cold. So I'm on record by saying an electric car, it would be a secondary car. It wouldn't be my primary car. Because I don't like the fact of being on the road and having to travel you know, and I get low on bars on my electric and I'm somewhere that don't have charging stations or they don't work. If they do have them, you know, I rather have the gas. You know what I'm saying? Give me a regular car, gas, We got gas stations everywhere in the world. So I'm not now, okay, cool. The electric saves energy from burning gas and the fuels. I get that. But let's try to implement and utilize both. Not let not not be at the point that we're trying to delete gas cars and we just totally focus on electric cars, like just no, we need to utilize both to our advantage. But so basically if you can afford two, three cars, allow one of your cars to be an electric car. And then when you drive it, you're doing justice to the footprint of society concerning the air quality. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go back in the vote. Let's go back in the history vote. I told y'all about Stagecoach Murray. Okay, how about this inventor, Andre Taylor, PhD, chemical bio, bio, what is it? Biomolecular engineer. Yeah, let's get to that.
Interference, EMI, shielding materials. Born in Missouri, Taylor's academic path took him to the Missouri University of Science and Technology for his undergraduate studies in chemical engineering. Next, he went to Georgia Tech for his graduate studies before he moved to the University of Michigan and completed his doctoral degree in 2004. At the University of Michigan,
Heavy,
Taylor's
heavy.
research delved deep into nanomaterials.
And this is in
His work
this
there,
day and time.
subsequently at New York University Tandon School of Engineering, where he became an
In the
associate
present
professor,
day,
has
we
been
making
pivotal.
history.
Here, he
I
also
don't
founded
hear
the
this
Yale
man's name
Interdisciplinary
on
AI
TV
and
nowhere.
Medicine Lab, YIAML, demonstrating his preference and penchant for working in collaborative research environments. Taylor developed perovskite solar cells. His team's research in this field enhanced the fill factor of these cells to 85%, which is significant for improving solar energy conversion efficiency. This work involved a novel polymer cap solvent annealing process that increased the lifespan and output of the cells. He collaborated with colleagues from various institutions to do this. Taylor has also explored innovative electrode materials for batteries. His work on graphitic carbon nitride electrodes enhanced sodium ion storage capacity. Like, want to meet the guy who made solar cells more efficient? Black scientist Andre Taylor, PhD, is the one. He created a special process that helps solar cells convert more sunlight into electricity. Taylor has made significant strides in materials science and engineering, specializing in energy conversion and storage technologies. His work has led to advancements in areas like solar cells, batteries, and electromagnetic interference, EMI, shielding materials. Born in Missouri, Taylor's academic path took him to the Missouri University of Science and Technology for his undergraduate studies in chemical engineering. Next, he went to Georgia Tech for his graduate studies before he moved to the University of Michigan and completed his doctoral degree in 2004. At the University of Michigan, Taylor's research delved deep into nanomaterials. His work there, and subsequently at New York University Tandon School of Engineering, where he became an associate professor, has been pivotal. Here, he also founded the Yale Interdisciplinary AI and Medicine Lab, YIAML, demonstrating his preference and penchant for working in collaborative research environments. Taylor developed perovskite solar cells. His team's research in this field enhanced the fill factor of these cells to 85%. Which is significant for improving solar energy conversion efficiency. This work involved a novel polymer cap solvent annealing process that increased the lifespan and output of the cells. He collaborated with colleagues from various institutions to do this. Taylor has also explored innovative electrode materials for batteries. His work on graphitic carbon nitride electrodes enhanced sodium ion storage capacity. Like, want to meet the guy who made solar cells more efficient? Black scientist Andre Taylor, PhD, is the one. He created a special process that helps solar cells convert more sunlight into electricity. Yeah. Taylor has made significant strides in materials science and engineering.
That's what we getting over here. We're making discovery of our black our geniuses and our scientists that they don't talk about on regular media, you know, your Channel 5, 7s, your mainstream, you know. So, you know, we got to go and deep dive and find our our heroes that they don't want to talk about and until they dead. Or 30 years, 100 years later, you'll get to hear their names. And this is in present day time. Andre Taylor, PhD, just got his doctoral degree in 2004. So let's deep dive into that. 20 years later, he making a new invention in biomech. What is it? Biomolecular, what is it? Molecular, biomolecular, biomolecular. He's making inventions that's progressive in biomolecular engineering. Just 20 years later, after he done got his doctoral PhD. You welcome. You just learned something. 365 Black History. Like I said, we making history every day, you know, in the present, you know, you know. All right, I'm on the Black History tip. What's next? Who else y'all don't know about? Let's see. Let's deep dive. You know, they saying it's Mary J. Blige's birthday today. She's still looking pretty. She got the red hair going on now. You know, and she caught up in that Diddy scandal. And yeah, so they supposed to be releasing tapes soon. And yeah, when them tapes hit the streets, they're gonna be worth a lot of money. A lot of money. Just like when that R. Kelly tape was on the street, dudes was making money, you know. And guess who was the primary customers buying the tape? Women, believe it or not. Yeah, so crazy. Okay, I went to see Smokey Robinson back in I think October. Me and my wife, and at the MGM casino. And this man, 82, 83 years old, still doing it up. And but he was very instrumental in Murray Wells' career. She was the first one on Motown that had a hit record, and it was a song by Smokey Robinson. Let's deep dive into it. Let's go. Mary Wells sabotaged her career by leaving Motown. When 17-year-old Mary signed to Motown in 1960, the label was only a year old. Her first few singles introduced the label to being within the top 40 on the Hot 100 charts. But that is nothing compared to the success that came when she was paired with Smokey Robinson. See, in the beginning, Mary sang in the trendy R&B style of the day, which was fast, rough, and raspy, very similar to one of her idols, Jackie Wilson. But Smokey softened her up, highlighting the smooth textures of her voice and writing seductive masterpieces. The partnership was jackpot. The songs that Smokey Wells kept her in the top 10, earned her a million records brought sold, to you and her by
uh,
first Grammy nomination.
Also,
Mark Hall,
first Grammy nomination.
but I don't know
Motown's Eugene Burke,
who's
Motown's face, the
who's
standard
the
headlining tours,
speaker
appearing on TV
is,
shows, and
who
dominating
video
the
this
R&B
this
and
is.
charts. Then in 1964, Smokey messed around and wrote My Guy, Motown's first #1 hit. My Guy was a huge success. It broke Beatlemania's #1 streak, and Mary became Motown's first artist to tour in the UK when the Beatles invited her to be the opening act for their British tour. This was both Motown and Mary's year, yet she wanted Off the Ride while it was at its peak. This is where Mary's manager, music director, and ex-husband Herman Griffin enters the chat, because during this time he was suggesting Mary leave Motown high and dry. See, a few months after My Guy became Motown's first #1 hit, the label earned its second with Where Did Our Love Go by the Supremes, who had been struggling to secure a hit for years. Griffin pointed out that instead of the money from Mary's hit fattening her pockets, it was being used to promote and further the career of other artists on the label. He got in her head. You put this label on the map, they don't appreciate you, they don't let you write your own music, and you're going to be put at the bottom of the priority list because you know that group that just went #1? Yeah, Barry's sleeping with one of the members. Now, at the time, there were no indication of foul play against Mary. She was literally still the biggest act on the label, but she believed that Griffin had some valid points and believed that she could make more money and become an even bigger star elsewhere. So, against the advice of everyone else besides her cheerleader Griffin, in the fall of 1965, she sued Motown to get out of her contract. In court, Wells argued that her contract with the label was not valid because when she signed it, she was a minor, and the court set her free. Barry, bombarded by all of this, tried to reconcile with Mary. Remember, when she signed to the label, there was no money to give. But now that they were making money, he offered to renegotiate her contract where she would make more money. He even offered her a 50% stake in the label as a thank you for her contributions. But Mary couldn't be bothered and wanted out. 21-year-old Mary Wells settled to be released from her contract and given a settlement of $300,000, that's $3 million today, in exchange for forfeiting her future royalties. Stupid. She then signed to 20th Century Fox for $2 million.
She didn't know that that was going to go down like
music
that.
and movie deals. Now, word on the street
Just like
20th Century Fox reached out to Mary
my
before she
nephew
left Motown
homeboy,
to try
Pernell
to sign
Motley,
her,
left
which will give a
Tampa
little bit
Bay
more context as to why she just up and left
in the
when there was no
mid-season
concrete issues,
when they
and
went
why
on
she
the
could not be
bye,
convinced to
and when
stay.
they got
Once
back,
signed,
Tom
Mary didn't
Brady
appear in one movie in up
went
to
on a
5
run
records that
and
she
won that
released.
Super
None of
Bowl.
them reached the
So
top
he
10
messed up his Super Bowl
or 20.
ring. So we can see into the future. It's a lot that we could probably take back the things we did.
Which may be true, and I'm sure there's some truth to that. But we also got to remember that Mary lost her secret ingredient, Smokey Robinson, who had been writing all of her hits. So now that she didn't have that, and I mean, let's be honest, what artists do you know from 20th Century Fox? They're far better at making movies than music. Within a year at Fox, Mary asked to be released from her contract, and given how poor her sales were, they were like, our pleasure. And then from that, label after label, she hopped, and it was the same result. She could not break a hit. Her career flatlined. But baby wasn't just hopping from label to label. That dating life was something different. So remember her ex-husband / manager / music director, Herman Griffin? Well, after she left Fox, she fired him as a manager. And the new music director that she and him both hired, he shot because she was allegedly sleeping with him on the side. Now, her and Griffin weren't married at this time, but I'm assuming they were still talking, and then she was talking to him on the side. I don't know. Then in the late 60s, she fell for Curtis Womack of the Womack brothers, but he was married at the time. But she stayed within the vicinity in case he became available and married his brother Cecil. For the 10 years that they were married, Cecil worked hard to revive the dead career of his wife writing and producing music, as she was having an affair with her brother-in-law. He found out, they divorced, she then married Curtis, had children with Curtis. After having children with his brother, it was some Jerry Springer Maury shit. And the family drama of it all caused Mary to try and unalive herself. In the 80s, she tried one more go at releasing new music, but I'm sure you can guess how that turned out, and she was left with no other option but to continue performing her old Motown hits. In the 90s, Mary was diagnosed with throat cancer after years of smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. And the surgery that she underwent caused her to lose both her speaking and singing voice. Wow. Given that she didn't have health insurance, Mary struggled to keep up with the cost of health insurance and therapy, and she couldn't perform anymore to make money because her voice was gone. So eventually all the financial weight crumbled in on her, and she was evicted from her apartment. This is when artists like Bruce Springsteen, Elton John, and a bunch of artists from Motown came together to donate money to her. Berry Gordy put on a benefit concert for her. But I guess the money wasn't sufficient enough because in 1992, she sued Motown again because she felt that she deserved royalties that she was not getting. They then settled with her out of court. And later that year, at 49, Mary died. Berry Gordy paid for the funeral, and Smokey Robinson sang some of the songs that he wrote for her.
So she never got the benefit from her royalties.
I really kind of owe you something because after I started to write and produce records for you, my career just took off. And you're such a great singer. I really think it was due to you, you know?
You wrote me some good ones. The One Who Really Loves You, You Beat Me to the Punch, Two Lovers, and My Guy.
My Guy, all right, yeah. April 1964, My Guy.
You know, Smokey, you did me the favor of writing all those beautiful songs. Will you do me another favor?
What's that?
Will you sing them with me? There's nothing you can say to tear me away from my God. There's nothing you can do without the light through the matter.
All right. You welcome. You just learned something today. This Big Day Streets Finest podcast. Black history is every day, 365 a day within a year, every year, from the beginning of time till now to the present. I see you. Peace. Go Commanders. Y'all see what it is. Y'all know what it is. Just if you just if you just forgot, let's revisit that. Tomorrow, 7:30, we got the Bucks, and we're gonna get at them, and we're gonna keep on this journey, the road to the Super Bowl. And people be like, "What you smoking?" Nothing. I just feel like we're trying to seize the moment, and we going for broke. We betting on us. We betting on ourselves. Last time we was in this position was 2012 with RG3. RG3 said Jaden Daniel is a better quarterback than me because he's so poised. He said, you know, uh, I was always cool under pressure, but, I see more calmness in him, than myself. So that means as a rookie, he already playing as a seasoned pro. So that's big coming from another number one draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner. So yeah. All right, I'm out of here. Peace. I'm gonna go enjoy this Baltimore game in Pittsburgh. So this is my wife and my son team. So, but the real game is tomorrow, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Be there. Let's go.